Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Just to a quick short. So I'm not going to edit this, so if there's a lot of pauses, I'm not editing it. But hello, hope you're all doing well. I'm not. So I'm only posting this because I always think communication is the biggest key in everything. Don't know what the hands are doing. I haven't rehearsed this, so I rehearsed. I haven't rehearsed this, so I don't really know what I'm saying. Well, I do. If you've watched my other videos recently, I've mentioned that I've got a lot of pain and, long story short, I've got a tooth about here that needs removing. And I do this thing where I bury my head in the sand and hope that the problem goes away. 95% of the time it's worked, which is why I still do it. 5% of the time, like now, it doesn't. And when it comes to like teeth stuff, it's not something you can just bury your head in the sand. So, long story short, I'm 99.9% sure I have a tooth infection and it's going to require a tooth extraction at some point. Don't know what the hands are doing. I've put it off as long as possible. It's currently Sunday as I'm recording this, which means that episode 8 of Dark, the final, is out on Friday. But how I work, because of Patreon, I do a week ahead. I am not ahead. Normally I record on a Saturday or potentially Sunday, and then I'll edit throughout the week, and then come Wednesday, Thursday, I'm normally done, and it's all scheduled and ready to go for the next week. I haven't recorded anything, so normally by now I'll be editing or like finishing recording episode 1, season 3, so then that can come out on Patreon this Friday, when obviously episode 8, the final, is on YouTube. That's not going to happen because I haven't recorded anything today. I wouldn't say that I'm struggling, but it's kind of, it's becoming an issue if I'm talking for a long period of time, which is why I've put off recording, because I thought, well, I don't want to half record something that I can't put my full attention and make it as the best as I can, basically. So, the problem is, I'm going to be late potentially because, as I've said, as I'm recording this now, tomorrow I'm going to sort out, because obviously I've mentioned I am petrified. Like when people say like, what's your number one fear in life? Most people say heights. Some people say the dark. Dark. Mine's dentists, obviously, which is like this. I'm not going to do that again. But no, this. I had a bad experience with the braces as a kid and what are they called? Retainer. Basically, long story short, I'm traumatized by the dentist. So tomorrow, long story short, I'm going to try and get a emergency appointment somewhere, because I don't actually have, in the UK you normally are registered to a dentist and you're supposed to go every 6 to 12 months or even 24 months or whatever. I don't know. I'm not registered anywhere because I don't go to the dentist, evidently. So tomorrow it's going to be a case of, before work, ringing up and trying to find somewhere that'll take me as an emergency and sorting this out. But the problem is, because I mentioned there's potentially an infection, 95% sure there's an infection, I'm probably going to need antibiotics first, because I've done so much research. I'm petrified that I'm going to unalive, because Google says that if I don't treat the infection, it could lead to sepsis and I could... So I'm petrified. So I'm going to try and find a dentist. We'll probably get antibiotics first, which will be the case of, if the tooth is removed this week, I'll be 1 week late. If it's antibiotics and then tooth removal, probably the week after or a few days after that. We're looking at maybe 2 weeks, because obviously I can't, if I've got a gaping wound in my mouth that's going to be, I'm not going to be able to talk very well. So the question is, I'm obviously making you aware now that I'm going to be late. I don't like to be late, but obviously emergencies happen, and this is an emergency that I could have avoided, obviously, as we all know, but it's me. So my question is, no matter how late I'm going to be, would you rather me wait until my mouth is fully healed and then post again when I can start posting normally, and you get content exactly like it is now, like just normal? Or do you want me to try and post as soon as I can, but it'll be a case of I won't be able to talk very often, so the video might be longer, and it also might take me a lot longer to edit, because I won't be talking, but I'll have to insert like little like messages of like what I'm trying to talk about or think at the time. So basically, you get the video quicker, but it's going to be longer and it's going to be. Why am I getting a app notification? Sorry, I just got a random thing. I forgot I'm not editing this. Yeah. So would you want the video? Would you want the video really late and just as normal as it can be, or do you want it as early as I can make it? But like I said, I won't be talking much because I'd have had the tooth removed and I won't be able to talk. So let me know. I will update you obviously as I can. So as soon as I know what's happening tomorrow, I'll just do another quick update. I might even just actually, instead of making new videos all the time, this will be the go-to video, and I'm just going to keep commenting things as I know as I go along on this video. So make sure you check this video out. So yeah, let me know. Video as quick as possible, but edited horribly with loads of messages and text overlays everywhere, or would you like to wait until I can talk properly and just do them normally? Bye.